Your presentation looked very complex to me, and frankly speaking, I couldn't grasp the main value proposition that you have. Because loyalty is one of the oldest and one of the most competitive spaces out there when it comes to payments. So I was wondering, what is the main competitive advantage of yours with regards to the value proposition that you have? And what's the role of the influencers that you mentioned? Because it looked like overwhelming, frankly speaking.
Thank you very much for the feedback. On the creators and influencers side, we are actually fixing a problem that we identified in the market when starting to design our marketing strategy for YOLOs. And it was the fact that there are lots of creators, lots of influencers who are having collaborations with brands, but those collaborations end up in a link that in a week or two or a month it's not going to be available anymore. And there's a big demand from the creator side to have like a very easy way to sell their products or their endorsed products, or have like very personalized campaigns without having to hassle with all the tech or the companies, or basically create a startup that they're not going to be prepared for. And this is how we offer a stage for them in order to monetize with their community in a transparent way. That's one. And regarding the competitive advantage is being very fast in the giving the rewards, basically, because usually in loyalty one of the biggest problems is the fact that you're getting a cashback and you're going to have to wait for like 30, 40, 45 days, and you're not going to remember the app by the moment you're getting the reward. That's one. Second of all, the majority of the cashback apps won't allow you to extract your value, basically your rewards from the platform, and they're going to put you to have like a minimum amount and to get through an IBAN account, and that's a very complicated process. What we are doing is to have it at hand instantly, to be able to basically to use your rewards very simple, very fast in that moment, which is very important. And this drives repetitive actions, repetitive shopping from users, because they know exactly, okay, I'm getting it now, not in 2 months.
And what's the traction that you have currently in terms of revenue?
That's another very good question. We just started like 1.5 months ago, and our main focus was making sure that this infrastructure doesn't break. It's very good, and we're just about to start the market.
Okay, thank you. My next question is to MAI Edge.
Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. Besides Erste, and actually, do they pay these 200K per year, or you're in a pilot phase, and do they committed to pay?
We have secured 120,000 euros with this client.
Like a contract.
Like a contract.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And which is the main use case for them? Is it the marketing communication, or is it a product? What is the story?
It's various. We start with marketing because this is the closest, and this is the pain that they have with not being able to generate the day-to-day content at the speed required. But the idea is really to have, it's called an infrastructure because there's not just marketing that needs to produce content. And we have users basically from a CRM manager to a retail board member who are using it. The marketing are the biggest users. But, when there is a need for presentation, when there is a need for internal communication, when there is a need for HR campaign, there is a need for a content infrastructure. That's the idea.
And do you cover like images and voice as well within the platform? Is it text only?
It's It's okay. Yeah, good feedback, by the way, because it's copy, visual. We can do short videos up to 10 seconds with music and with voiceover.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the last question is to instant factoring. You've started it out of Romania, and currently, which markets do you cover?
We started 2018 in Romania, 21 in Serbia, and 25 in Spain.
What stops you from having not 10,000 but 50,000 SMEs?
It's not so easy to open a new market. So up to now, we find out that you need at least 2 years to develop the market. So actually, I don't know, with Spain, it's probably, it will be much easier to come to 15,000 customers than with Romania and even Serbia, because it's a so huge market that, for instance, Romania is 5 times bigger than Serbia. In terms of factoring turnover, I can tell you. So in Serbia, you have around 2.5 billion euros in factoring turnover. In Romania, you have around 12 billion euros in factoring turnover. And in Spain, you have around 260 billion. So it's a huge market, and actually it works. It works also, not with these commissions that we thought that are placed in Central Eastern Europe, a little bit smaller, 20%, but still works.
And what is the sales cycle with a typical client of yours?
Who is the client? What do you mean? Who is the typical client?
The typical client is the SME, let's say.
SME and micro. So MSME, let's say. So actually, average ticket is between 3.5 and 4,000 euros per invoice.
And how long does it take to close a customer? How fast can you onboard customers?
Actually, the promise is 24 hours, but because of the regulation that colleague mentioned about the AML and KYCs and so on, it usually takes maybe two working days, because they need to. But after that, actually, we can proceed the requests in less than 2 hours sometimes, from the request to the money on the account.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Sorry. Hi, I'm Konstantin from BCR Seed Starter. We are Romania's first CVC of a bank, and we are part of Erste Group. We invest tickets up to 600k euros, and we're mainly looking for fintech or technology startups that can provide a solid use case for the bank. My first question is to Jeremy. I'm curious, how long did it take you to sign with Slovenska?
So for them to agree on the pilots, it took 48 hours.
Okay.
Which is crazy, and I know this is not gonna be the typical use case. From contact to them to agree on that, and then I think it's the classical sales cycles, which will be 9 to 12 months. We compressed it a little bit. We got commitment after 5 months, and signature and PO came 7 months. So in 7 months, we reach the stage we are in now in terms of contracted PO.
Right. And I'm also curious about your potential competitors, I can imagine that one of the main competitors is actually the bank themselves and their IT departments trying to do their own thing. But who else or what else is out there?
Yeah, so as I say, we have I don't know if it's competition. The biggest competition is noise, because very easily, if we are not very clear from the get-go, we put into the box of content tools, which we're not. So the banks have tried, and whether it is NatWest or in UK or Mashreq in Dubai or maybe Raiffeisen Bank in Slovakia, they've tried to build their solution. But you cannot do it, because you need to have the expertise of marketing, you need to have the expertise of the tech, and you need these people to work on it every day. In the bank, this is disruption. So you can play, you can have fun, you can learn, but you cannot build a robust solution that will serve the whole bank needs in terms of day-to-day content production. So then the other competition, it's always like, okay, what if OpenAI is going to do what you're doing? Yeah, I think OpenAI is focusing on different things. This is too niche vertical. And if we're in Europe, OpenAI is operating from the US. We know EU sovereignty is a topic. And I do believe that as the time goes, regulated industry will have to detach as much as possible from enterprises which are not born in EU. That is why we are migrating to Mistral, for instance, as an LLM, and we are going to we have a plan for building our own infrastructure in terms of computing power. So do I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you raise the round, your main focus would be expanding towards other banks, or still?
Yes, we will stay focused on the banking vertical for, as I said, I think 2 years' time, and we can reach our annual recurring revenue objectives just with this vertical. There is enough banks in Europe to cover that. So now the strategy here is to start with one of the most regulated vertical. It's difficult to get in, but once you're in, you have a proof point for any other banks. And if you manage banks, then insurance is an adjacent vertical. Energy and pharmaceutical also regulated, but there's the same problem, and you know how to navigate. That's the idea.
Yeah, that would be it for me. My coach already made some wonderful points.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your presentation. This is Lorena from Catalyst Romania, VC growth fund based in Romania and investing in Romania, neighboring countries, and in broader CE. I just have one short question for Iolos. I am a bit confused about your business model because from your answer to my colleague, I understood that the focus is on the affiliates, influencers, rather than the clients making the transactions through your platform. So I'm really wondering what you're trying to build first that would lead to the traction that will build the other side of the platform. So the platform always has two sides of the coin. I'm wondering what you're trying to build first, the clients or influencer side.
Thank you so much for your feedback and for your question. So basically, the creators, they provide a way in. What we are looking for is customers that drive repetitive transactions. And we are entering an industry where basically you need high volumes because you're dealing with low margins. So without building a community and having repetitive transactions, that's not, it's going to take too long before becoming sustainable. So apart from the affiliate commissions and basically the affiliate business model that you already know, which is the one that we're bringing at scale, meaning that we are indexing over 100 million canonical products. Basically, we're scanning the whole Romanian market product with products at a very very granular level. That's one. And what's more profitable for us, it's the vouchers part and the gift cards part, which has bigger margins, and there's more room for us to grow and to maintain ourselves sustainable. But besides the known gift card schemes, which are already existing, there is a very known market in Romania for that. We are expanding it to the other side of the market, which is the big part of the market. The biggest marketplace in Romania right now, which is EMAG, has scaled up a lot when opening the marketplace model, just like Amazon did. So there's a big market for the small merchants, but they don't have access to loyalty programs. So we're doing that for them. So we are very confident that this is going to drive a lot of revenue for us by giving access to the small merchants to have the same loyalty model that the big ones can do.